Hey guys, happy Sunday. Damn it.
They always turn against us. The
What
fans always
happened?
turn against us.
I even rehearsed. Damn it. That's so stupid. Well, hello, Kendrick.
Hello, Emily. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So I have been on my watch of The Wire.
Oh, yes. Omar coming.
I finally finished it. I have to say the last season is so bad.
Oh, yeah.
So bad.
Universally.
It's funny because so I
That's
watched
that newspaper season, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
I watched Boardwalk Empire. I got caught up on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like I said, I already said this to you, and I'm like, I don't know if I would recommend it to someone who hasn't seen it, because now that I've gotten through it, the last season is just egregiously terrible. That it's like,
yeah.
But The Wire, excellent. But now I'm obsessed with like Baltimore and how they have that new mayor there now, who is actually what?
Wait, keep talking. No, keep talking. I'm going to recommend a show to you.
Yes, please do. So the new mayor was actually. Did you ever see the documentary Charm City?
Charm City? I don't think so.
It is about Baltimore, and it was kind of a perfect segue. So I watched The Wire, which is like that. I think that came out in like 2002 to 2008 or something like that time frame. And then this documentary, Charm City, is 2018, I believe, that it came out, and things have not gotten better at all. Like when I watch The Wire, I'm like, I'm looking up as I'm watching it, like, did The Wire help Baltimore? And
Google AI is like, no.
Like, no, not really. So because here it is in 2018, the mayor now, I think his name is Mayor Scott. Yes, Jazzy P just said it. Mayor Scott, Brandon M. Scott. He is in that, but he's a city councilman or something at the time, instead of he was not the mayor yet. And he had all the ideas, and then you're like, oh, he's giving me hope. I love it. So now that's good. And he has turned things around. Like crime has gone down, shootings, homicides, non-lethal shootings, all that stuff. But like I don't know what the time span is of the documentary that they film it, but while they were filming it, at the very last screen this is in honor of the 1,092 more lives that were lost during the making of this documentary.
Yeesh.
Right?
Ew.
And it's crazy watching it, because when you just watch The Wire, it's like, dude, they accurately portrayed what this area looks like in Baltimore. Right. Like they got it right, because it was just like, there it is. It wasn't an exaggeration. Like the show was not an exaggeration.
Yeah.
At all.
It's bad.
So, I mean, yeah. So like, I'm now obsessed with Baltimore. What was the show you're going to tell me about?
Oh my God. So it's only 6 episodes. You know I love a limited series. It's did you ever watch We Own This City on HBO? John Bernthal. Did you?
I hated it.
No.
I hated it.
Oh my God. I thought it was I've rewatched it like 4 or 5 times. I thought it was so good. I mean, terrible like stuff going on.
No, I know, terrible.
It was so
dark.
Good.
What?
Yeah. Oh my God, I thought it was so good.
I felt
John
like
Bernthal, Wunmi Masaku. I love all of them.
Yeah, I love the idea of it, but I was like, I think I got to almost the last episode, and I was like, I can't even watch this. This is so bad.
Really?
I felt like all of the acting. When have you watched it? How long ago did you watch it?
I watched it a few times, so I don't know. Like since it's come out, I probably watched it like 3 times through.
What was it recent that it came
out? Like a couple years ago. Let's see.
Oh. For some reason, I felt like
2022.
Oh God! For some reason, I felt like it was even like it was back in the day. Yeah, no, I watched it. I can't remember when. I just felt like the writing was just not working for me. The writing, the character development, I was just like, I don't like this at all.
Oh my God, I thought it was so good.
I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have been so rude. That was rude of me. You like it, and I'm like, I hated it. That was not nice. I hate when people say that to me, and I'm like, go watch your mouth, okay?
No, I love many things that people hate, so it's okay. I'm very used to that.
I love many things that people hate.
People ask me all the time. They're like, I hear you talk about this all the time. Should I watch it? I'm like, wait, hold on. I like it. I don't know. I have not recommended this to you. Like, hold on. I'm very clear with my recommendations. Like, no.
Yes. I am too. I am too. When I recommend things, like I can't remember. Someone asked me if they should watch Gilded Age, and this person, I was like, I don't know if you would enjoy it. Like I love it, but I just like I don't know. I feel like you're gonna pick it apart.
I'm just saying, my cousins, like especially, they're always like, you watch everything, like you always watching the stuff that like people are like talking about. What should I watch right now? I'm like, no, I'm not falling for this trap, because every time I give you a recommendation, you hate it, and they always come back to me with like, did you watch so and so? It was so good. I'm like, that was the worst shit I've ever seen before in my life. Like I don't know why we should not talk about TV ever again. Literally,
I so have people like that in my life too, where every time they love something, I'm like, what?
Right.
That? Why? Okay.
And it becomes a point like you kind of take pride, especially like us. We talk about like TV every day, TV and movies and stuff like this so damn often for our podcast that like I try to like tailor recommendations specifically for their taste. And it is so, like I've known them now 30, like my one cousin, 33 years, still can't figure it out, still can't get it. I'm like, okay, I don't know. I don't know. I've gone from the like this end of the pendulum all the way over here to streaming to cable to I don't know. You and just pick something.
Whenever they tell me something that they like, I'm like, okay. But then whenever I talk about a show I love, they're like, I watched it, I hated it. I'm like, what?
Right.
How? So yeah. So I get it.
Right.
But anyway,
I really got to be careful too, because I'm like I love a good slow burn on a TV show. So like as long as I can tell it's leading to like good stuff, I don't mind a slow burn at all. But like I have to be very careful about things. I'm like, most people like to be like, ooh, that first. So like something like Mayor of Easttown, I love, but I don't know how many people I could recommend that to, because I'm like, ooh,
good point. Good point.
You know, I'm like.
You know, it's funny because both Kendrick and I have rewatched that show. Like I think I've rewatched it twice. So I've watched it a total of 3 times, I think. It's just a really excellent show in terms of like development, but I didn't even think that it is kind of slow.
Right.
I didn't even think of that. But like the acting's so good. She's so good. She gets the accent right.
She does. We talked about accents. Yes, she does. She gets it right.
That's the last thing I'll say about The Wire is, my God, they could not get a dialect coach out there, because first you got Idris Elba, who I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what accent he's coming up with. But after the first season, they should have been like, okay, we got to get someone in here who can like help them out, because it is like a British accent that he's trying to disguise with like just his version of an American ghetto person accent. I don't know how else to describe it. It's pretty bad. But then Dominic West, he's supposed to, I think he's trying to do a Maryland accent, but like,
I think so.
There's so much Brit. There's just so much British in there. And then Littlefinger from Game of Thrones plays the freaking mayor, and it is hilariously bad. I told Kendrick, it's like he lied on his resume and said he could do an American accent. And when they got to set, they were like, oh dear. He can't do an American accent. And they just like let it. They're like, that's fine. It'll work. But yeah, no, but other than the accents, it's a great show up until season 5.
That's just like a little blinding spot on that show. It's kind of like, ooh, I'm not convinced. Great actor, not convinced on the accent though.
I'm loving that I see people saying that they've watched Mayor of Easttown too, and they loved it, because it's one of those good ones. Oh, Melissa, thank you so much for the love, for the dollars. We appreciate
Thank you. And Chloe too. Thank you, Chloe.
Oh, thank you, Chloe. Oh, that's why they're starred. That's what it is. Thank you, Chloe.
I know. I'm on Kendrick our end. We see things
Kendrick
differently.
Teaches me things on this. I'm like, so what? Julianne Nicholson is in Mayor of Easttown, and I loved her. Yeah, okay, JJ Sunshine. Yes, I loved her in Mayor of Easttown, but I did not like anything about Paradise, and so I had a hard time with Paradise. But I know she's in Paradise, my freaking dryer just went off. It's going to keep beeping.
Do you need to go get it? I can. Yeah. You know I can vamp. I can vamp.
Vamp away, honey.
Okay. She was talking about Paradise. You know, my coworkers all have like been fighting me to finish Paradise. I got through like 3 or 4 episodes, but I'm that person, like if I get distracted by something else, it's so hard for me to come back and be like, oh, I'm gonna pick back up on this. I end up like going to something else, captivated, and then I'm there the whole time. So I just have not got back to like finishing Paradise, but maybe I will one day.
I didn't finish it either. I stopped.
Okay.
As I was like, I think I got to maybe the fourth episode, maybe, but I didn't finish it.
Okay. I feel like I want to go back because they got renewed for another season, right?
I think they did. Yes, they definitely did because everyone else loved it. So, in a perfect example of things that I don't like and everyone else loves.
Right. I'm about to say everyone loved it so much. Like I remember I liked it when I was watching. When I got distracted by something else, whatever it was, truly had my attention. So I was like, okay, Paradise is on the back burner right now. So
exactly. Okay, I'm gonna go through this one first topic kind of fast, but
okay.
Did you hear what happened with Denise Richards and Aaron Phypers? Is that how I say his name?
That's how I say it for you.
Right? Okay. So if you didn't know, this happened a few days ago now. Mm-hmm. I did not like the way the media reported on it at all because the headlines were like Denise, the cops are called on Denise. Or like violated her own restraining order. And just like it made it seem like Denise was crazy and did something weird. But what had happened was, according to her lawyer, is Aaron's parents and brother live in her house that she owns in Calabasas.
Yes.
And they live there fucking rent free. Like it's crazy to me. And so she found out that Aaron had put one of her dogs down without informing her. Ooh. So she went over to that house. She made sure Aaron wasn't there, but then she went over and was like, I want my dogs. And the way it was reported by the family, they were like, it was so scary. She was pointing her finger in our face. I'm like, the things I would do if one of my dogs.
Right. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Like, don't even fucking go there. So it's like, I hope people know that it's not, she wasn't like some crazy, like anyone would be nuts in that case. And get out of the house. Why are you still there?
Squatters.
Exactly.
Can I tell you, there's nothing that pisses me, like literally, it's almost hard. Like 2 things like really like get me, and it's like crimes against children, even though I never want kids. God, I'm telling you, right? I keep telling you, I don't want them. Even I never want kids, but like crimes against children is one thing that always gets me. And for some reason, every time I see a story about a squatter and how like how callous and how like muggy they are. Too much love out in the UK, but how muggy they are. I'm just like, oh, it pisses me off so bad. I'm like, how dare you come up in here? And then the law is just so ambiguous about it that you can't do anything. I'm like, yes, you can come in. You know what? Let me
it takes forever. It takes forever. It's like when you can have someone squatting. And no, you're right. No, you're right to say muggy because they have that like smug, like that's right. I know I'm not supposed to be here, but I know my technical rights make it so that you can't kick me out. I'm like, oh wow.
Ugh.
Yeah, no,
to walk around with that level of grossness is just, it's a choice.
It's a choice, is what it is.
It's a choice. Yeah.
So yeah. Anyways, also, I don't know if this is real or not, but so Denise is going to be doing a little cameo on RHOBH, which didn't she do that last season? She's whatever. It's not that big of a deal to me. But I saw a headline right before I came on that was like, Rachel Zoe is upset that Denise Richards is coming back to Beverly Hills.
I saw that, and I didn't read it, but I saw the headline. I was like, wait, what is there beef between them, or is it just like I want to be the shiny new thing this season? Like, what is it?
Well, I'm going to say something actually, because a lot of the casting stuff that's been coming out about Beverly Hills has just been like so over the top. There was one that was like Kyle's best friend is now a cast member. And my sister was like, wait, no, she's my client. She does like pet sitting and stuff. And she's like, that's my client. And I just she's known Kyle forever. Like, that doesn't even make sense. Like, she's been near the show, whatever. So she was like, she asked her, she's like, are you seriously going to do like a whole season? She's like, no, I'm not. Like, I just filmed. Like, it wasn't right. Like, I just was there and I filmed a scene. Like, I was, you know what I mean? Like how they do that.
Right.
But like, so a lot of the people are kind of like running with stuff and like going crazy with things. So it's possible that that's just like some bullshit, but maybe there's beef and I don't know there's beef, but like,
I know. I hope there's beef. I love that.
I know.
That's funny to me though, because I actually wouldn't think after the way kind of like Denise came across last season, she'd even want to do this show again. I don't know. It always like strikes me weird when people come back to reality TV that didn't look good on reality TV during any of their stints. Because I feel like the first time you were there was the whole like me and Brandy had this like torrid affair thing, and she left after that season. Then the next time you had your coat on upside down, you were there during like the weed party or whatever it was, and you were tapping in and tapping out. Like it was like, I'm like, I don't know, Denise, we might just need to stay away from this show altogether right now. I don't know, but I can't. I don't know. Just my 2 pence. That's all I have.
I agree.
Just saying.
Great rant. That was a great rant. Okay, let's move on to Gilded Age because I want to make sure we talk about it. And if we have time, because Kendrick, we have an out time today, guys. Kendrick is a very busy boy.
Oh my God,
and I kind of love that. I love it. I love it. But we were going to talk about Amy Bradley, but I want to make sure we talk about Gilded Age.
Yes.
And if we can, we will. Okay, yes. Gilded Age. Ward McAllister's book has hit the shelves. I did not realize that there was like a Truman Capote before Truman Capote, and it's Ward McAllister.
Okay.
Because like, Truman Capote did that.
Yeah. I saw, now that we've been like talking on here about like the historical stuff, now our Instagram feed is like filled with it. So like I see random stuff like Truman Capote and I see his picture next to it. I'm like, oh, wait, what happened? What? Yeah.
Like you're in the society that you want to be in, and then you write a scandalous tell-all book and then still expect to be in the same society. I'm like, what the hell was the plan?
Right.
And I've heard nothing but bad things. Even Nathan Lane, when he's like, actually, the book is terrible. It's so boring. It's not even interesting. Yeah. But like, of course, for them, it's a scandal. Things were very different back then.
Yeah, right. Exactly. It's like she wore knee highs on Sunday. And they're like, oh my God, what is going on? We have gone to hell
like someone, like if you get touched on your hand by a man, it's like, we're married.
Exactly. Exactly. Everything is a drama.
The ladies gather at Ada's, and I was surprised I saw Bertha there with Mrs. Astor and Mrs. Fish. And I mean, of course, Agnes is there because, technically it's her house, kind of.
Right. Right.
But there's I love that the writing is so petty like this. Mrs. Fish, who we love, is like, there's all sorts of things in there about my husband, that he's very cheap when it comes to choosing wine. Ada goes, how horrid. And then Mrs. Fish says, and how unfair. And there's a beat. Well, it's horrid anyway.
We love, this is a Mrs. Fish stan account over here. We do love us some Mrs. Fish.
We love Mrs. Fish. She's so messy. Mrs. Astor is like, you know what? We have to exclude my gay. McAllister, he's out. Fuck him. It's a really sad thing when like the popular mean girl loses her gay, but she's like, we can't, no more. Mrs. Armstrong, though, she loves the book, of course. Loves the book. She's so freaking messy. She's what's that term that Dorinda kept yelling at everyone? Schadenfreude or whatever.
Yeah.
All wasted Schadenfreude. Oh, the Schadenfreude. That's very much Mrs. Armstrong. But they start kind of hinting at us knowing about Oscar a little bit, because Mrs. Armstrong says that this book doesn't spare this house, says that Mrs. Van Ryn had a financial blow, and some things about Mr. Oscar, which I don't understand. I'm like, oh, are we gonna talk about it? And sure enough, we talk about it.
We talk about it. Yeah. I wonder how they talked about it in the book. That's interesting, though. I wonder if they just kind of alluded to never having been married, or like what it is, because at that age, you get married at 18 and then that's it. You're done. You're done.
I hate that George is still mad at Bertha. Like, I hate it. Like, I was like, even though I know she's been crazy and she needs it, but I'm still like, guys, like, but then she actually thinks that she's going to get George to care about the book. And he's like, I am stressed, honey. Okay. I need you to get the hell out. And when she says, are we headed for the poorhouse? I'm like, oh my God. And she means it. Like they have a house for the poor or something. Like, what the fuck?
That's scared. How I don't want to see them as regular members of society. Oh,
never. I shall not ever see such a thing. Never. I
hate that.
This episode, the Duke gets a chance to step up this episode because George has sent a letter saying, hey, look, payment's going to be late if ever again. All right.
Right.
And his sister is like, well, ship her back. And he's like, fuck you. What if I don't want to send her back? And now like later that day, he goes into her boudoir and she does a really good job of listening to Mama. She kind of like butters him up and compliments him because he's the man. He needs the compliments. And the Duke goes, I don't want you to worry about the situation with your father. And Gladys says, but if he can't pay, Duke says, the money doesn't matter, but you do. Oh, I did not expect this.
We talked about it. Those first couple episodes, we were like, get this Duke's ass out of here. But now we're like, you know what? You can stay. It's okay.
Yeah, we're like, she loves it here. She loves it here. They love it in this castle. We're great. We're fantastic. This is our
environment right now.
Shipping it full send.
Yes.
Mr. Church, little Mr. Church, he's pulling a trick on Frenchie Maid, and he plants a fake story. And they're like, if it leaks, boom. So look at that. Smart.
Can I tell you, this is my dream occupation? Like I would love to do this for a living. Like whenever it happens on a TV show, I'm like, that is the best. Like I could come up with the best, most random things to put out there. And when it pops up, I'm like, I told y'all it was Anitra. I told y'all Anitra's ass was the one that was telling all this stuff. Now we got to go get Anitra out of here. I would love that job. Are you kidding me?
You have like a whole notebook full of fake scenarios and things.
Right. I'm making it up.
Ready.
I'm getting right. Oh, that's it.
Okay. Oscar meets John Adams' sister.
Oh,
I was sobbing in this scene. It was just so sweet because John had a picture of Oscar in his drawer. And this sister is a queen. She is an ally. I was crying. I'm like, they had these back then?
Right. I thought it was just nothing but exile. That's nice.
Yeah. But John wanted to leave Oscar his summer estate plus money to pay for the cost for 5 years.
Oh. That's love there.
And Oscar goes, he thought of everything. And she says, no, he thought of you.
Oh.
And so Oscar comes home from that and he is not great. And Agnes goes, is something wrong? And Oscar goes, no, nothing's wrong. Why do you keep asking me that every blessed day? And the way Agnes goes, don't snap at your aunt. I felt the same. I was like, no. Suddenly I became so prim and proper.
Right, especially since you're the reason everyone's in this mess. Like, we get it, you're grieving, but like, not too much, bitch.
Like, you better watch your mouth right now. Okay?
Right, not too much.
But Marion's like, we're just seeing how you're managing after the loss of your friend. And Oscar's like, I'm fine. He left me his fucking cottage, though, so that's great, God. And of course, they're like, that's weird, right? That's a weird thing, like to do that. But Oscar tells them where it is. He says, Livingston Manor with a view of Hunter Lake. And Agnes goes, settled by my mother's family in 1750. Is that why she gave it to you? What?
Like, Agnes, please be so for real right now.
And he goes, I don't think so. And why would she do such a thing? And he says, I agree. It seems odd that he gave more to me dead than when he was alive. And Agnes goes, oh, don't be macabre. And then he snaps. How should I be, Mama? I'm like, oh, this is a good scene.
Right.
We're doing good here. Mama. I actually kind of hate that he says mama. It's sort of like a weird thing that he does, but I'm like, it's fine. We'll let it slide.
It's like those, you ever see those shows, or like, I don't know if people do it in real life. I only see it on TV, but I assume it comes from a real thing. But like the husbands that call their wives mother. Have you ever seen that? Is that why is that a thing? Do you know?
No, I don't.
Oh, my only assumption, I'm like, well, maybe it's
for the little kids. For the little kids, maybe to know, like, this is mom, this is whatever.
Right, and maybe it just stuck or something. I don't know. I always see that. I'm like, don't like that. Mother and daddy have very different like connotations. So I don't know.
Exactly. Especially as a gay man. You're like, what? Why would you
Like,
call her mother and daddy? I don't get it.
Hate it.
This one line really got me. He says, "Do you know I sat in the back row of his funeral like a stranger who walked in to get out of the rain when I should have taken my rightful," and he trails off. And then this is when this scene gets so stunning from all of the actors involved, because it's like this silent understanding of what's happening, and they all react the way they should. Like Marion is like, "Oh, my girl needs some support right now." So she's like, "Oscar's very upset. Okay. John Adams was the best. Okay.
Right.
Nothing else." But the way Christine plays this scene is perfection. Cynthia
As
too,
usual.
perfect emotion. I'm like, oh, she just cries, but like watches it. I'm like, where are we fucking going from here? Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
Then Marion goes to Oscar's room and is like, "I will be your hag." Okay. Like, I'm in. I got
there
it.
for you,
Like,
buddy. I'm there for
now,
you.
like, I don't totally know everything yet, but like, let's go shopping. Let's fucking do this.
Especially since my good no cheating ass fiance, I don't want his ass anymore, so I got some spare time.
Yes. This scene did have me in tears though, because again, I was like, I didn't know they had allies back then. Like, I just assumed that they just like got killed or something. I don't know.
I know. The Gilded Age has been doing a great job of like showing us other sides of like stories that we constantly see all the time. So that's a great thing. We already talked about how like the black families were so used to just seeing like post-slavery, but we don't see like the colorism and the classism that like persist in the community. So good. I mean, tens across the board, Gilded Age. Tens
across the board. I love when Ward McAllister gets turned away from Mrs. Astor's event. That was such a good moment. I was like, oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry. Ada volunteers to host the suffrage meeting at her house, and thank God, so much better. Let's please be done with the temperance movement.
Why? Let's get this shit out of here. We've been sick of this shit all the time. Wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Really quickly. Amit in a comment says Mike Pence does it, and I just had to look because I was like, wait a minute, is she talking about the mother thing? And I just see an article online that says, does Mike Pence call his wife mother? And so if that's true, that perfectly describes his creepy ass. So that tracks for me. So now I see the kind of person
the kind of people that do that. So Mrs. Astor tells Bertha that she has to cancel her ball, the Newport ball, because her daughter is about to get like sued for divorce. It's crazy that you had to get sued for it. It wasn't just like a legal filing. It was like, he's suing me. That's crazy.
Right. Because the earlier episode, she says that like she doesn't want to do it right. And so he says you have to. And so is that why he's like now having to take legal action? Or
yeah, because I think you have to sue the person to get divorce because of adultery. And adultery is the only reason that you can claim for, So like with what's her name? What's her name? The one who's getting divorced, her awful husband. Dang it, I just forgot her name. Aurora. Mrs. Fain. In her case, he was like, you have to be the one to divorce me because I'm the one who committed the adultery.
Oh man.
So it's like a weird.
So now you got to get embarrassed, and now you got to be the one that can't get married ever again because you're the damaged good somehow in this. That's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, Ward McAllister weasels his way into Mrs. Astor's house, and it's really sad to watch the end of this bitchy friendship. You know, his mouth keeps getting him in trouble because he's like getting all upset that she's not caving, and he goes, "When we met, you were just a sad rich lady whose husband preferred the showgirls on his yacht to spending any time with you."
Whoops!
I'm like, well, what do you think she's gonna do now, dude? You're
right.
out of here.
I don't think she's gonna be like, you know what? You're right. You always were a great friend to me. Like, no, that's not very believable. I don't think that's gonna happen, sir.
You are not helping yourself at all.
Go ahead. Don't you have to wonder though what he like thought was gonna happen after this book? He couldn't have possibly thought he was just gonna like go about life like as usual when you've like written this whole book, throwing everybody's personal business out there. Like, that's crazy.
And like, obviously, these people are secretive. They don't want their whole lives on display. So you taking the secrets and publishing them, duh.
Crazy.
I was kind of interested to hear that the Frenchie maid was getting $40 each time she gave an article to the paper. And I was like, for back then, that doesn't sound too bad.
You're right. I mean, I'd take that now, honestly.
Yeah, I was like, 40 an article? Okay, that's not too shabby.
All right.
But she admits it quick. She's like, yes, I've been doing that. And okay, see you guys later.
Right.
And then Church has the line, he goes, I wasn't born a butler. I'm like, ooh.
But wait, you bring up a good point, because like, why do you think she like folded so easily? Do you think because she has like more in the chamber, or
maybe
she just like waited her time out? She's like, okay, now it's expired, so now I gotta
She's
go.
like, it can only last so long. It's
Right.
like, this is which maybe she like keeps doing this from job to job. She's like, this is how I also make my side money.
Ooh, go girl. We love a businesswoman. So
right? Yeah. So she's like, on to the next, and just until like word gets around and she's too burned in New York, then she'll like go on to the next town or something.
Right.
You know, it's a side hustle.
I love it.
But okay, Larry is back, and Larry gets that damn letter from Church right when he walks in the freaking door. And runs over to try to talk to Marion, but she won't come out, and only Agnes will come out. And I am like screaming at the TV. I'm like, Larry did nothing wrong.
I know.
I hate it. I hate it so much. Right,
all he did was visit a house of ill repute.
Ill repute. That's it. He was there. He had a drink. Okay. My God. But right after his heart has been trampled on, he goes back home, and George is like, hey, how was the trip? We need to talk about that. But Larry gets to give him the good freaking news, which is like, hey, I paid to have a new survey done, and we struggled.
Boom.
And his smart boy, he offered a small profit sharing arrangement with the miners. I'm like, that's what he should have done, because that's too dangerous. You can't do like one big buyout. Then they're going to see they need to make a percentage, period, end of story. But here's where Bertha comes in, and it seemed like they're going to be nice to her. I was like, oh, yay. But unfortunately, they're not. Larry thinks that maybe Bertha had something to do with what's happening with Marion. And Bertha goes, how could you ask such a thing? And George goes, he's asking because he knows what you're capable of.
Yeeks.
Savage. My God. And she's like, oh, okay. All right.
I'll take my exit. Okay.
But then Larry's like, I'm moving to the club. So now it's Bertha home alone. And George says, your ambition is out of control. And she goes, we're both ambitious. And then he fucking burns her. He goes, true. But when was the last time you asked any of us what we wanted? And I was like, oh, that's a good point.
That's true.
He got you there. He got you there. And he really rubs it in as he's walking out. He's like, you should be surrounded by your family right now, but look around.
Just like, what a dramatic way to leave a room. I love that.
Just dug it right in. Like, feel good, right? Well, I'm going to make it worse.
Right. You know, as I'm thinking about it, though, because I'm definitely like Larry, team Larry, like, oh, get him back. Y'all are good. Y'all are a good little match, Marion. I'm also like, now somebody told me my mate was at like a brothel, and just like, he's like, oh, I was just hanging out. Like, no big deal. I'd be like, oh, where are you? Just hanging out. Okay. Just there just to see the girls, not touch, not okay. All right. I don't know if I buy that, sir.
I know it's in this day and age. We're like,
right.
Sure.
Right.
But he has an eyewitness, Jack. And Jack can be like, I promise nothing happened. I was there. And then finally, that was so cute, that scene too, because he's looking at a house where they have servants' quarters, and he has enough money to buy this house. I'm like, is he going to have like a whole staff?
I know.
Is this the journey we're going to be on next season? I'm so obsessed with it.
And also, because they said servants' quarters, isn't that what Stephanie just said on Miami? Like all these years later, like a full century later. Good Lord.
Like, or they had their own entrance and exit or something.
Yeah. I was like,
she's like, they don't get to come in the front door. Okay, yeah, I know. She sucks. I don't like her a lot at all. Larry pulls a gangster move, in my opinion. I'm sorry. When he comes by Marion's school to force her to talk, actually, wait, maybe he's just not respecting her boundaries. You know what? Wait a minute. I take it back.
I love seeing that thought process live.
That might have been a red flag, actually.
Let's ask the comments. If y'all watch the Gilded Age, what do y'all think? Was that a red flag or green flag? Him just showing up and being like, I need to talk.
Yeah, make her talk to you. You have to tell her. But now I'm like, wait, she did say
not
I don't
around
want to
the kids.
Not around the kids. But he is you're busted on this part, Larry, is that you said it was Delmonico's. And it was not Delmonico's. And I know that you thought you were protecting Marion because you're like, I don't want you to get the wrong idea. However, it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good.
Right.
But then when her class starts and they start coming in, why did I think she only taught little kids? They were like adult women. I was like, wait, is she qualified? Can she just teach anyone?
I feel like I so little focus on what she's actually doing, because every time she brings up what she does, Agnes throws the biggest stray her way that I'm like, oh, embarrassing. Oh no, okay. And I always forget what she said about her job.
True.
So I'm like, damn it, what do you do?
So true. She's like, I had to help move some furniture around. She's like, oh, you're moving furniture now. Wonderful.
Right. Exactly.
So I don't know why she was moving that furniture, but she was helping set up for a class. I don't know what the class was about. None of it. I just know that Agnes was like, I'm disgusted. Okay, George has a meeting with Clay and the other railroad guy, and he hands them the paper proving that the mines are full of copper. Like, booyah, boom. What about it? Stupid. Bitches. Clay is literally immediately fired. The guy stands up and he goes, "You are fired. You're fired. Don't even follow me out."
You had one job, literally, and you did not do it. What kind of
a fool misses that? But a good point, though. Good point. All Larry did was hire another inspector. All right. That's all he did. And Clay was such a little stubborn fuck. And he's like, yeah. But George lights up a cigar and he kind of rubs it in Clay's face a little too much. And I was like, uh-oh. And you said the same thing. It was like, when Clay said, I'm a cockroach, I have with 1,000 lives, I just got nervous. Right. I did not think that they would actually harm George this episode.
Oh, it's always, to me, it's like that. You know how last time we talked about people being in the car and when they're driving from that angle, you're like, oh, they're about to get hit. They're about to get hit. When that, something about that scene, I was like, oh no, it's someone's gonna, I don't know if it was gonna be shot or stabbed at the opera or something, but I was like, oh, George, this is not gonna go well for you. I know a revenge plot when I see one unfolding. Something's gonna go wrong. I don't know.
Just you're underestimating what he's gonna do. You're digging it in. You're smoking the cigar in his face. How's it feel, bitch? I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Hold on.
Right.
Take it down a notch. Mrs. Astor has asked Bertha to take over the Newport Ball. And that's how far Bertha has come.
Exactly.
How far she has come. But she's like, I'm going to end the ban on divorced women. I'm like, yes, bitch. Yes, you are.
That's the queen behavior. Behavior.
And then Ward McAllister has come by to try to beg for her to forgive him and he goes, I'm curious, would you invite me? No. No. He literally goes, you're the only one who can save me. And she says, I can't. I haven't the power. And nothing is more perilous than to overestimate your own power. And I was like, was she saying that to herself almost, kind of? I feel like she was, with the Gladys and everything.
Learn some lessons. There we go.
The Duke kicks out his sister. That was so nice. He's like, yeah, the London house. Maybe you should go there a lot.
Right.
Forever.
Don't stay here. Yeah, just, it's cute. It's cute. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Because aren't you tired? You're so tired running this. They really are doing that with her. They're like, aren't you sleepy of doing all this? Just go take a nap, Gladys goes, I want you to have some fun and not work your fingers to the bone running this place.
Oh, that would piss me off so bad if I was a sister. You little fuck. Okay, you got me this time. I'll give it to you. You got me this time.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be back.
Checkmate.
Exactly. Now, wait, do you think this is going to be wind up in another revenge plot like George? Or
exactly. Who knows what this sister can get?
Right. Oh, boy.
Okay, Peggy and Dr. William have a picnic at one point. I don't know why, but him crossing his legs on a blanket I was like, I didn't know you could do that in those clothes. It just looked so, I don't know why that fascinated me. I'm like, they sat on blankets?
Because I would not having all them damn buttons and chains and belts. I would not be able to get back up. Somebody got to pull me up. Like,
Like,
you got the
all I kept thinking about was, how does she get up? How does he get up? Like, this was
right.
like, once you're down, you're like, oh my God, how are we ever going to stand again?
No, we live here now. Like, this is
especially because she's like the hoop skirt thing too. So it's like you gotta like tilt yourself up like a seesaw or something.
We are park people now. Sorry. We belong here. Sorry, we forget your home. You don't write to your mother. No, we're here now.
They have to roll out. They have to roll. Right. The only way. That's the only way to do it.
The only way.
Okay, William's mother, unfortunately, gets the tea on Peggy. And of course, out of context, it sounds bad, but that's all she needs to storm over to New York and tell William. She shows up at this man's work and says immediately, like, oh, she can't wait. She's like, right? We hate her. Okay, done. But he's like, I would like to go talk to her. And she's like, what?
Right.
That she's like, she's a scorn. The way they speak of people, she's a scorned woman or a tainted woman. Oh my God.
I know. It's like when you get a good read that's not just like, you're a bitch, you're this, you're that. When someone like takes the time to like weave words together, you're like, ooh, that stung a little. Ow.
Ow.
I know.
Ow.
Shit.
I don't like that.
Wait, can I just say, this is amazing that this show literally brings in people like Felicia Rashad, like already like having her on this show is like, wow, that's like black royalty. But then having her next to Leslie Uggams in a scene, just like so casually, like, geez, like go Gilded. The cast already is stacked, but bringing in Leslie Uggams for just like a throwaway scene, well, not a throwaway scene, I mean, it's pretty important, but just like a one scene on one episode, it's like, well, sheesh, bring her back next season, see what she can get up to.
They really have, it's like a whole crew of people that like know each other and have worked together on the stage. So it's like this kind of cool pool of actors and talent that they're pulling into the show.
Exactly. Love it.
I love that. But okay, there's another funny Larry and George and Bertha scene. I think Larry and George are in the office and Bertha comes in like all awkward. And she's like, so I have my own news to share. I'm going to host Mrs. Astor's ball. I'm like, no, your audience, they're not going to care about this, Bertha.
Yeah.
They're not going to care about this. And she's like, and Gladys and Hector will be joining us as well. And Larry goes, all your pawns will be back on the board. I'm like, he got you good again. Damn, he got you good again. I'm so sorry, but like they keep reading you down, Bertha.
I know. You got to come prepared, Bertha. Jeez.
Like you can't be walking in with this weak shit about a ball and the book. And then like they start looking at numbers and Bertha's like, oh, and Church found the spy. It was Andre. Okay, you're busy. Bye.
He's like, I might have, without even looking up, I might have suspected. And he just keeps on going about his business.
He's like, okay, all right, bye. I'm going to go now. See you guys later. But the freaking end of this episode is George getting shot.
Oh.
I was like, not okay. I was not like, it took me a minute to shake off this ending. Like, and the trailer for tonight's episode. Cause like, I was like trying to look for any clues and I was like, I hate it.
Boy. No, hate that.
Hated it. Hate the whole thing.
And it's the finale too. So like, don't leave us on a cliffhanger. It's gonna be so bad. Don't do that. Don't do us like that. Oh no. But I'm excited. Tonight's the finale.
We have a comment. I love y'all, but are you going to talk about anything else not Gilded Age? Have you talked about the Valley yet? The Valley? Well, we weren't going to talk. I do my own show about the Valley. There's a whole recap.
Are not for the Valley.
There's a recap of the Valley there, but we weren't going to talk about the Valley. We don't normally do that.
Also, shout out to Jade. Jade also did a super sticker. Thank you, Jade.
Oh, thank you. So yeah, I'm so excited it's the finale, and I'm so excited that we know that they're getting another season.
I know.
That'll be season 4. Okay, season 4. I've come to find that with HBO shows, season 4 is usually the last good one.
Uh-oh.
I know.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But I mean, that it may be different for this. This show might be an anomaly because didn't Downton Abbey go for like so many years?
You know, I've never seen an episode of that
Neither
show.
have I. Neither have I.
Okay, I was about to say, I don't. And I've seen people online like, right, they were like, there should be a crossover. It'd be perfect to go here. And I'm like, oh, don't do that because I haven't seen any of that. I have not seen that show. Oh,
You're like, I can't be introduced to more historical figures that I don't know about.
Right.
I can't keep track. Yeah, no, I just because I've having just watched a couple of been finally getting through a bunch of shows. I'm like, it's like Game of Thrones. Although Game of Thrones didn't get bad until season 6.
Yeah, there was one season that I loved that I think I don't know if people hate it, but maybe it was season 6 though. But how many? There were 8 seasons total, right, of Game of Thrones.
Oh, were there 8?
I think. Let me look real quick.
There were 8 freaking seasons. That's incredible that they were able to do that. God, how expensive was that show?
I think like what 20-something million an episode, something crazy like that. Yeah, 8 seasons. Yeah. Which one ended? Good God. Which one ended with not? I mean, the show's old, so I hope I'm not spoiling anything for anyone. But which one ended with Marjorie Taylor, like the blow up with the scepter?
Not Marjorie Taylor.
Oh no! Oh God, not her.
With Marjorie Taylor Greene.
Right.
I think
her
that was
being there.
6. Was that the finale? I could have sworn that was the premiere.
That was how the season. One of those seasons. I don't know if it was 5 or 6. One of them ended with the big blow up.
That was that was a beautiful episode.
Oh my God! It was like
with the music, because it was like that
one of my favorite.
The piano riff that just going ding.
Yes, it was so suspicious. It was like, good. What is happening? What is happening? Because you knew something. Because Cersei wasn't there. We were like, wait a minute, where you at, Cersei? What's going on? What's happening?
That was like a choreographed dance of like tension and shots and whatever. It was so good. That was great and so shocking. And you were like, oh, they're all dead. Oh my God!
Right.
Huge. Oh. Huge. We I guess we have time to talk about Amy Bradley. I guess we got to talk about Amy Bradley. Why not?
A little true crime.
Yeah, let's do a little true crime action. Yeah. Okay. So if you haven't seen Amy Bradley is Missing, it's a 3-part docuseries on Netflix. I don't think it was very good. I thought it didn't.
We're in the same boat.
I didn't even know as much as a lot of people knew about the case, but even I was like, I had this basic understanding anyway, and you don't really get any resolution. And so I kind of want to go through with you what we got laid out in the doc.
Okay.
Because like, here's my thing. That her father is sure that he woke up at 5:30 in the morning. Yes. Looked out onto the balcony and saw Amy. So all of these other sightings and all of these other things. So what is Amy just? Can you jump over? Could she have jumped over?
It's hard to say because I know like cruise ships have taken a lot of precautions for these kind of things to happen, but I still don't think it's near. Like my family does cruises, not quite often, but pretty often, like at least like once every 2 years or however it shakes out. But I still feel like there's nothing too high that can't be jumped over. So it is possible. Now I do think you have to try a little bit though. Like, it was not gonna be something just like, oh, I slipped and now you're overboard. It's kind of like you have to work to do it. So more of a unaliving kind of situation, if you rather.
If it was gonna be a thing. Because so there was another passenger named Lori who she thinks that she saw Amy Bradley and the bass player Yellow. This guy Yellow is like a huge focal point.
Yes. Yeah.
She claims that between 5 and 6 a.m. she saw them get into this glass elevator that goes up to where the disco is, but the disco is closed. But since he kind of like worked there, could have had access. But then 10 or 15 minutes after she saw them go up the elevator, allegedly only Yellow walked past them briskly. But I'm like, but when did she get back to the room? Because her brother says that they got back to the room at a certain time and they were like sitting out on the balcony smoking cigarettes, and she stayed out on the balcony because she was like probably like she was drunk, and then you smoke a cigarette, it will get you nauseous. And so she's like, I'm going to sit out here, the cool air. And then Dad wakes up 5:30. He already knew that his son had gone to bed. Dad wakes up 5:30, sees her. He's sure he sees her legs on the patio chair. And then again wakes up and she's gone. So with that timestamp, she should have technically been back in the room. This is where I got confused with the parents and the brother, because I'm like, you yourself told me that you were with her in the room on the balcony.
Yeah.
So why would you even like honor these other sightings that go against your own timeline?
Exactly. Like what is it about this that's confusing you so much that you're actually giving credence to all this stuff that's being said? Because if I'm like, so my journey with this like documentary was that I felt like I listened to podcasts, because I'd listened to like, honestly, probably like 3 or 4 podcasts. Like they weren't like series, they were like episodes of like true crime stuff I listened to. And so I feel like I've listened to this story like maybe 3 or 4 times prior to even this documentary coming out.
Yeah.
And I feel like number one, I learned nothing new. The only, if I'm being generous, the only new thing I learned with this documentary was that the captain was an asshole. Like that's literally the only thing. His attitude was
cruise
so,
director,
like,
the cruise director, he's such
like,
a jerk. You know what's funny too? Because when I was still pursuing like acting, singing, dancing, whatever, working on cruises was like your worst job. Like if anyone got a cruise, it would be like, I have to take it and I need the money. But like you hated it. And so like this guy loved being the cruise director. So he's a certain type of person.
Oh, he's probably a nightmare to other people on that ship too. I can tell
you. You can just see it in his face. You can just see it in his
He's probably someone that should not have power either. And he, of course, he's risen the ranks and now he's giving other people orders, making schedules. It's like, oh no, what did you do, Dennis?
So then the other I guess is, okay, if Amy was on the patio thing, there was this guy that was in the room next to them who was kind of weird. And he was kind of weird. I'll be honest with you. His name was Wayne Breitag. And he's like, I like to go on cruises by myself because my therapist says I have no filter. So I like to be alone. But I'm like, on a cruise, you are not alone. Like on a cruise, you are surrounded and forced to be with people. So that's like a weird thing to choose to do if you don't like being around other people. And then the people on the other side of him, on the other room from him, said that they heard after Amy was missing, they heard the TV or radio go on really, really loud in his room. And he was talking to someone, they couldn't make out who it was. So then are we supposed to believe that at some point he like pulled Amy over to his room and then was like yelling at her over loud music or loud TV? And that one's, I can't quite get there to feeling like it. Could she maybe have been getting sick? Like she wanted to throw up and she wanted to lean over the side and try to throw up.
And I'm trying to, this was late 90s, right? When she went missing. I'm wondering too, because I know at some point, I don't even remember if they talked about it in the documentary. Because I honestly, like once episode 2 hit, it was just on in the background. And I was just like, looking over every now and then because they weren't telling me shit new. But I feel like I feel like it was a thing that like they needed to raise the height of like the ledges at some point on cruise ships. So maybe because of timing. Did they talk about that in the documentary? I don't remember.
I don't remember. They might have.
I wonder if that plays into this at all, like people's theories. Like maybe at that point they weren't high enough and then she could have just, fallen, if that's what the theory is, but I don't know.
I could have swore when I see photos of it, it looks like it goes almost all the way, like the glass goes like almost all the way up to the roof or whatever you would call that.
Oh, okay. Floor to ceiling kind of.
Yeah. So it still is confused. It still doesn't seem like it would be an easy task. And if she really was going to throw up, I don't think she would choose to like climb up and do it like that. Maybe she just like would run in and go to the bathroom and throw up. But okay, there's all these sorts of conspiracies and stuff. It is clearly very much a mystery, but then these sightings start happening of her. And there's this moment where they get a picture that they say is 100% Amy. Now, I don't know if it can you ever say something is 100% anything?
No, especially all the scams that were being ran on this family. I don't.
Yeah. Okay, and so that's another thing. I feel like the constantly having the story in the news because they were constantly doing interviews and talking about it, put it on top of people's minds and made it like, I feel like these sightings and these things were not connected, but they were being told like, oh, my name is Amy Bradley. And I'm like, is it, or is it because at this point it's been what, 20 something years. I just, either she's not alive anymore or she's just not alive anymore. I don't know. There's like no other option. Like this whole sex trafficking idea. I'm like, but 20 years? 20 years. I mean,
in the documentary, did they talk about the woman in the brothel?
Yeah.
That did, okay. So that was like, for y'all that don't know, there was this woman, like it was in a brothel who I think they say had been like, trafficked. And her way of like trying to get police involvement or like get out was to tell them that she was Amy Bradley. And so they like, oh, this guy, he was like, I think a army person. It was like years later, I think. He was like an army person. Like, he's like, no, I remember distinctly years ago, she told me her name was Amy Bradley and this and that. But literally, like Emily said, her name was in the news all the time. And he's like, years later, he's like, oh no, I saw this, a Dateline episode and they were talking about it and, this and that. So it's, I remember it. That was her for sure. That was her. She looked just like her. And I'm like,
And that guy kind of creeped me out too, because he's like, he goes, yeah, when it was two women and when the other woman got up, this woman says to me, I'm being held against my will. I owe them $200. That's all it takes for my freedom or something. My name is Amy Bradley. And then when they go to his interview, he goes, I've heard it all from working girls because I've been everywhere, Vietnam, Thailand. I'm like, you mean you've heard that story from that many workers? Like, it sounds like maybe you shouldn't. I don't know. Like, this guy obviously wasn't super reliable, in my opinion.
Nah.
I didn't trust him at all. But Yellow, the bass player, passed a polygraph. And so, and I believe so did the guy that was in the room next to her, passed a polygraph. Like nothing, we didn't do anything to her. Now I'm going to throw a little twist. I want to throw something out at you.
Love a twist. Okay.
Amy was gay, very gay. Like every picture of her, I'm like, oh, she's a lesbian. Like there's no question about it. But the parents and the brother never acknowledge it.
Nope.
And how do you know what I mean? And like at one point, at one point, the brother, because the brother's, if you look him up on Twitter or X or whatever, he was posting a lot and he posts kind of crazy shit. And you're it makes you go, well, no, wait, hold on. I wasn't even thinking about you at all, but the behavior is a little suspicious. And he's like, Amy had a long-term boyfriend who was helping us look.
Okay.
And they just don't mention her being gay at all. Even the mom says, she could have children. I'm like, well, I just feel like that was a big, weird sticking point for them. And I don't know if like her homophobic brother was like secretly like, I hate that you're gay. I don't know.
Right. No, that's been one thing that like I feel like most people watching this kind of focused on, because I think that was a big thing, and it was literally just the family that like wouldn't say it. Like none of them would acknowledge it at all. And it's like, did y'all maybe y'all knew a different Amy, but it seems like literally the other 99.9% of the world knew the other, like the real Amy or something, because like why are y'all not acknowledging that she was a lesbian?
And that reminded me of how they were so like weirded out that the crew was so into Amy, like the staff, the wait staff at the dinner was just like all about Amy. And I'm like, why?
Right.
And also like, it wasn't just like they didn't approve of it. Her dad wrote her college girlfriend a letter. Saying he didn't approve. I'm like, you what? That is so fucked up. So the way they just like live in this denial, like everything's still preserved of Amy's, and so it just feels, I don't know what it could have been, but like it just is confusing to me that the accounting of it just doesn't make like I don't get it. You woke up at 5:30, you saw her legs, and then you woke up again at 7 whatever, and she wasn't there.
Right, the shoes and the purse and all this.
The shoes,
It's
the
all.
shirt. That's right, the shirt was off.
Mhm.
So it's just I'm like, I don't know. I kind of would have been looking at you guys as suspects too.
Exactly,
because they were very offended by that. They were very offended that they were being discussed as but like because I think about this so much, like as true crime watcher, you must always think about like if something happens to your sister, brother, whatever, and if they don't look at the family or people closest, that's a bad sign because you want everyone to be treated as such. Otherwise, it's not good detective work.
Exactly.
So
you have to
like really offended. Like we were the suspects. I'm like, but that's good.
Exactly. Because as much of like the investigation that's like finding the suspects, you also have to like on the other hand rule people out that like shouldn't be discussed either. So you've got to do both. It's literally like scales of justice. You've got to do both of them because if you don't, the defense is gonna come. They're gonna poke all kinds of holes in your theory. Like, oh, they didn't even look at this person, or that about them. They have a big vendetta against them, or like all this kind of stuff. They all like it happens in court every single day. So you've got to be able to like accurately eliminate as many subjects as you like want to put forward. Like you've got to be able to every time.
Yeah. Like it's funny because they did this whole Amy Bradley, they did this whole Netflix doc to get the story back out there again, but I feel like it just sort of shined a light back on them, and we're like, guys, I don't know. It just
in a like very culturally different world too, and it's like, oh, y'all aren't very.
They won't even acknowledge that she's gay. They won't say girlfriend, nothing. And I'm like that just, and it's all, and maybe she'd have kids. I'm like, see, that's weird to say that too, because I feel like you're ignoring the fact that if she does have kids, she probably had sex with someone she didn't want to. I don't know. It just feels so. That's where I like ended up, which is not what they wanted.
I love Crispy Bacon in the comments was saying like, I haven't watched that doc yet, and people are like, no, there's no conclusion. Don't watch it. Save your time. Exactly. That's exactly what we were saying. Like, there are plenty of like good podcasts out there that will conclude this for you in much less than 3 episodes. So go listen to a great literally type in Amy Bradley in like Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever. Pick one of those. I guarantee you, all of them are better than this documentary.
Yeah, because this doc was very skewed towards the family, like in the family's favor, like what they wanted it to be, And so if like when they said the FBI told us it was 100% a picture of Amy, I'm like, no, they didn't.
No, they would literally never use that language. No,
they would not.
That's weird.
Anyway, am I so loud? Is that me? Is that about me, Sydney?
What happened? Oh, I don't see it.
Am I loud? Am I loud right now?
No, I don't. I think they were talking about. Let me see. On the family. Oh, probably the family. I don't know. Like suspecting the family. I think. No, we're not loud. I don't think. Well, maybe we are.
Sometimes sometimes I actually turn my microphone up too much, and I don't mean to do that. Anyway,
stupid computer. I'm about to say this stupid computer will like automatically adjust anything, so it's even when you don't want it to, so that's always something terrible.
Oh yeah, and I think I have that setting on this too. Anyway, you didn't watch Succession, did you?
I watched like most of the first season, but I never like finished it or continued. I mean,
so one of the like through lines, like in the the backstories of it is they had a whole cruises section of their company, and all these like deaths and things were covered up on the cruises. One of the characters has to like take over, and he has to get told like, here's the secret, and he's like, are you fucking serious? So it's just funny too, because this is about how like unsafe cruises are, and I was like, oh, Succession got that right.
right. I think me and you talked about this offline, actually. That's right.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was just like a funny thing, like a funny like thing that Succession did, but apparently this is like a whole thing.
Sydney said she loves true crime.
Okay.
Yeah. The loudness was about the parents being homophobic, you guys. So yeah.
Thank you.
I think we all see it, y'all. We got to keep keep the good eye on that family. We looking at y'all, especially you, brother.
when they have to go before Congress. Greg, these are great. It really was a great show. It was a great comedy show. But yes, there was like a whole thing about how cruises have deaths and things that they covered up. So apparently cruises are the place to go if you want to commit a crime.
And I've listened to, you know what, every single like true crime episode I've listened to that's like been about like something on a cruise ship, they never find the person. They never figure out who did it. Because I mean, it's like you're in and out. So like you're going back to like, you know, you got to go to Florida to like get on this boat, but you come back, you're going back to Minnesota. So like they're not looking for you. So yeah, it's
a real thing. I've never been on a cruise because I get seasick and I don't want to risk it.
That's right. We talk, because listen. When
I know.
You get seasick on a cruise, you are sick the entire time. So thankfully, I've never had that problem. But I always wear seasick patches just in case. I get the ones from the doctor. You can get them prescribed to you. Like they'll give you some.
Someone told me that. Someone told me that's a real thing, and that helps.
And I always like to think it helps, but like I'm a sweater, so like probably but like an hour later, it's already slidden off my back, and I'm like, oh well, okay, that's happened. So never mind. Okay.
Yeah, no, I get why people love cruises. I know that because someone told me they went on a cruise and they were seasick the whole time, and I was like, that's my actual nightmare.
That's a big fear. Like it's never happened to me, but it happened to. We went as a big group one time, and it happened to one of the guys on there. He literally
poor baby.
Oh, let me tell you what's even worse. My cousin literally that week found out she was pregnant.
Oh no.
When I tell you like body destroyed the entire week. I was like, oh baby, oh, this is terrible. But I'm gonna go to the buffet.
I remember, I think my friend of mine went on a cruise when she was pregnant too. And I remember, that just jogged my memory because I was like, are you sure you want to do that? And she's like, I'll be fine because I never get seasick. And then she had she's like, I was in the room the whole time, just like hugging the toilet.
Yeah.
Nightmare. Not going to happen. No, thank you. Not interested in that. Couldn't do it. But anyways, okay, we did it. Let's wrap it up so that you can get out of here and we can do our thing.
Alrighty.
Thanks, guys. Thanks so much for all of your support and love in the comments per usual. That's right.
Yes.
And we'll see you same time next week. Okay, guys?
Love y'all as usual.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show.
And make sure you're subscribed to and following the I Cannot with Kendrick Tucker podcast and with Kendrick Tucker on Instagram and Threads.
She's Speaking with Emily Hanks is available everywhere you get your podcasts, on YouTube, and also exclusive bonus content is available on the Patreon. If you want to support our shows, please rate and review on whatever platform you listen, or you can buy us a coffee. Links for everything will be in the description.
Love you all. See you next Sunday.